Hello, my name's Ronnie. Walking in recovery from drugs and alcohol, and believer in Jesus Christ. Wanted to talk about today about the Holy Spirit working in me, and filling the Holy Spirit. Um, I just celebrated 31 months of sobriety, but it wasn't easy, and my recovery is only possible through God, a power greater than myself. And, well, what it took me, like, I've never had God in my life whatsoever. I was given the gift of desperation, um, with, going to rehab and praying for the first time, and because I needed to do something different. Well, um, it took me a very long time to be able to trust God because I've been let down so many times. But it took me about 18 months to be able to fully trust in God because, like, now that I'm sober, I see my character defects. And I didn't know this, but until I got sober, all my life I didn't know this. But I have a little bit of case of ADD. I have attention deficit disorder. Never been diagnosed or anything like that, but I've never been to the doctor for it. But I can see it totally now. So I'm more of a visual person. Like, I'm aware of how I operate now because of recovery and because of God. Um, like, I really have a bad time paying attention. But that gave me the ability to everything I read in recovery, but slowly started seeing miracles happen before my face. Like how God was really working, putting, bringing people into my life, removing people from my life that needed to be removed, and just the miracles that I started seeing with my own eyes. And that is a blessing. But it took me about 18 months to build that relationship with God, to be able to fully trust Him, and to be able, actually, you know how they say, give back what was given to you is the only way you can keep it. When I started, about 18 months is when I started giving back from, really not from for my benefit, but started doing it for God, because I felt like, even though I don't owe God nothing, He loves me for who I am. I still, everything that He did for me, I started giving back for the right reasons for Him, from the heart. Well, it turned into a beautiful thing, but now I can feel the Holy Spirit, like, sometimes, and I just, I was always taught as a man when I was younger, men don't cry. I cry when I feel that Holy Spirit working in me. I cry when I have that alone time in the morning, because I'm the type of person that has to have structure in their life. And I do my morning devotion. I pray in the morning. I listen to music, inspirational music. And I feel that spirit sometimes, and I just cry out of nowhere, because the love that God had for me, taking a broken kid like I was, because even though I'm 37 now, 20 years of addiction, I believe I was still that 5-year-old boy, that was lost. And, I just, I'm just now growing up, starting to live like a regular human being. That's all I want. I don't want nothing extraordinary in this life, I just want the simple life, to be able to live life on life's terms without drugs and alcohol. And God has given me the ability to do that. And, along this journey, I've even kept some things to myself, how God worked in my life. It's just a beautiful thing when you don't have to go out and tell everybody everything. It's just a beautiful thing how He really does work in your life. And I never thought I would get to a point where I would need God, but I do need God. Like I said, I was given the gift of desperation to be able to, find recovery and build a relationship with God. Because the reason why it took me the longest time to, give Him my trust is because I've been let down so many times in my life. I've even let myself down. And it is true. Like, one of my favorite artists, Christian artists, is NF. He has a song, "If You Want Love," you know. If you want trust, you have to learn how to give trust away. And that's what I did with God, and I trust in Him with my life. I trust Him with my recovery, and here I am, clean and sober. After a couple of years, which, looking back on it, He's always been there. God has always been there. He was just trying to get my attention, and now I see, everything I went through was for a reason. You in your recovery, you are stronger than you think. I thought I was the weakest person, but the day I asked God to, change me, because I couldn't change on my own, He became the change in me, and I became so much stronger. I used drugs and alcohol because I was a weak person, but I found God because I became strong. It's not bad. It doesn't make you a weak person asking for help. Well, I realize today I can't live this life alone. I need, like, a team's better, and I'm glad I'm on Team God right now. And sometimes I like veering away, even when I feel the Holy Spirit. But I pray, God, please give me the courage to get closer to you, God. Because it's my natural way of veering away from God. I can't explain it. I wish I could. But I just love veering away from Him. I don't know why. Even after all that He's done, I think it's my selfish ways, my pride. Pride is a big thing that I had to work on, and that's why I love working Christian recovery or Celebrate Recovery, because I have a lot of pride issues, and my pride almost killed me because I always thought I could do this alone. I always thought I could get sober on my own, and I thought I was very unique. I was a different breed. No, that pride almost killed me. And I can't do this alone. I need God in my life, and I need all of you in my life, And every one of you and God is how I'm able to have a family today, back in my life, and get all these victories that I have, and, miracles. But when you build that relationship with God, there's nothing like it. I never got the feeling from drugs and alcohol like I do from the Holy Spirit. It's an amazing feeling that sweeps over you. And I believe that's what I was always looking for, that love. And that's what I get from the Holy Spirit, is that love that He has for me. That He took a drug addict, an alcoholic, a broken down person that I was, that has made thousands of mistakes in their life, and He still loved me, and it wasn't too late for me, and I just sit back and think like what love he had for me, and I just sit there and tear up because I had a missing father, and I didn't have that guidance in my life or anything like that, and God is a father that never gives up on you. That's what I've been searching for. Like today, I talked to my father in life. I talk to him every day, but how it's all able to come together is from my real father, and that's God. Um, and just it's an amazing journey if you keep on doing the next right thing. If you surrender your life over the care of God and let Him work and let Him take over. I still have days where I want to take control of my life, and I can't do it. I wouldn't be here sober if I didn't have God in my life. I can honestly say that. And that, if you would have told me I would have been saying this a few years ago in addiction, I would have been like, no way. No, I don't need God. Yeah, I do. And because I naturally want to give up sometimes, but man, I ask for God to give me the strength, the courage, and the motivation to be able to carry me through and to carry me through another day of being sober. And you know, uh, everything that He's done for me, like I love, I love the book of Luke. Talks about He sat with the sinners, and the righteous people got mad for him and said they'll turn their back on you. He didn't care. Like he was willing to put his life on the line, Jesus was, for that one sinner. And he asked the righteous people, he said, if 99 sheep came home and there was one lost, would you go find it? And He found me and He carried me home. And now today I'm not running from the law. I got my license back after 10 years of not having them. I got a great sponsor that's like my best friend. Um, um, I was on probation from 2002. Got off probation a year and a half ago. I go down to the jail and talk to the inmates once a month now, which I spend a lot of time in jail, That's what they say, jails, institutions, and death. I reached about 2.5 of them. And it's just a beautiful thing if you let that Holy Spirit take over your life. You can feel it. It's kind of like one of my favorite movies of all time is A Walk to Remember. I'm one of them people that love love stories. And they say in there, God's love is like the wind. You can't see it, but you can feel it. And that's what the Holy Spirit did for me. And I just I forever owe Him my life. And like some people wake up to alarm clock, and other people wake up to a calling. And every day I try to give back as much as I can for what God did for me. And I want to, through my struggles and through God let me be able to see my purpose I found through my struggles. And that's for the rest of my life. I pray and hope that I help people feel less broken, because I don't want them to feel like I felt. I want to give up sometimes. I mean, that's the easy thing to do, is give up. I want to take the easy way out all the time with drugs and alcohol. But today I'm stronger because of everything I've been through. I don't want to leave this earth, you know, to an overdose or alcohol poisoning or, you know, whatever, drugs and alcohol. I don't want to lose my life that way. So every day I fight with God by my side, you know. And I say I fight because I put in that footwork with God by my side. And instead of asking Him, why am I going through this trial and tribulation through life, I ask Him to make me strong enough to get through it, you know. I ask Him for every step of the way. I need Him every second of my life. Because my way didn't work. My decisions didn't work. My best decisions landed me almost losing my life to an overdose. And the best decision that I ever made was give my life over the care of God, and He's carried me to this point, and I forever owe Him. You know, even though that you don't want nothing, I had nothing to give. When I found Him, He didn't find me. He wasn't the one lost. I found Him, and He was always trying to get my attention. But I'm grateful today because I have Him in my life, and I be able to feel that Holy Spirit. But with that being said, clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose. I love every one of you. Bye.